Welcome to Oslo, the capital city of Norway. This is one of the best cities to have a Norwegian adventure. Oslo is located in southern Norway, which, in turn, is located in northern Europe. The metropolitan population is about 1.71 million, with most people speaking Norwegian, but many people learn English as a second language in school. We'll discuss more about communication later. In Oslo and throughout Norway, the currency is the Norwegian krone, which is worth 11 cents in United States dollars. 1 krone is divided into 100 øre. Oslo, as of October 21st, is in the Central European Summer Time Zone. However, Norway begins daylight savings time on the final Sunday in March and finishes on the last Sunday in October, so be sure to check what time it will be during your trip there, should you decide to go. To get us started, I have 3 interesting facts about Oslo. Every year since 1947, Oslo has donated a Christmas tree to Britain as a thank you for the support during World War II. The tree is displayed in Trafalgar Square. The Nobel Peace Prize ceremony has been held in Oslo since 1901. The winner is chosen by the Norwegian Nobel Committee. Oslo holds the nickname of the Tiger City, even though the closest wild tigers live thousands of miles away. It is most agreed upon that this is due to an 1870 poem by the Norwegian poet Bjørnstjerne Bjørnson, which describes a battle between a horse, symbolizing the safe countryside, and a tiger, representing the more dangerous city. Oslo, however, is a generally safe city with relatively few crimes. Oslo holds a wide variety of arts and aesthetics, from street art to the largest sculpture park in the world by one artist. One of the best places to visit to see art is the National Gallery, which holds much of Norway's most beautiful and thought-provoking art, and has since 1837. Especially notable is the Munch Room, holding many of Edvard Munch's most famous works, including The Scream. Over half of Edvard Munch's other paintings are held in the Munch Museum. The building does hold works of other artists, but Munch is by far the best-known Norwegian artist. The Astrup Fearnley Museum of Modern Art is another fantastic gallery to visit in Oslo. Since 1993, when it first opened, its collection of art has grown from a showcase of a private collection to a myriad of modern art that is constantly changing with the thoughts, styles, and movements of current world art. Another popular tourist attraction is the Vigeland installation, a sculpture park containing 212 sculptures, all designed by Gustav Vigeland, making it the largest sculpture park in the world by one person. The statues are very insightful about human relationships and are very interesting to view. Oslo also contains rich and pleasurable street art found on walls and buildings throughout the city. The city center contains most of this art, with the densest collections being held in the Grünerløkka and Tøyen neighborhoods. Most of the people of Oslo have their basic needs met, and yours are sure to be met as well should you choose to venture there. In 2017, Norway was ranked the happiest country on earth and has been near the top ever since. This means that most of the people of Oslo and of Norway are likely to have their basic needs not only met, but exceeded. The poverty rate in Oslo is 9.68%, comparable to New York City's 17.3%, and the entire United States' 10.5%. The needs of the people of Oslo, money-wise, are met about as well as those of the United States. These needs are also exceptionally well met for such a large city. There are only about 3,909 homeless people per night in all of Norway, comparable to the United States' 567,715. For a visitor, the average cost of food for one day in Oslo is about 27 US. Comparatively, a visitor might find the average cost of food for one day in the United States to be about 42 US. A vital part of visiting anywhere is knowing how you might communicate with the locals. Luckily, in Oslo, this could prove to be quite easy. Most people in Norway speak Norwegian, and those in Oslo generally speak the Oslo dialect, sometimes titled Standard Norwegian or Eastern Norwegian. However, Most Norwegians are also taught English in school and are fluent in it by the time they are teenagers. Many of the college and university courses and programs are taught in English, and there are two universities in Oslo, the University of Oslo and the BI Norwegian Business School. The people most likely to have a hard time understanding English are older people. Most road signs in Norway are written in Norwegian. The shapes, colors, and indications will match up with those from regular European conventions. The economy of Norway might not be vital to understand to go there, but it is still interesting to have a quick look into. Norway is ranked as having the most inclusive advanced economy in the world. It has the globally lowest difference of incomes, assisted by laws and policies that give aid to both innovative ideas and education. This amazing economy can be attributed to several factors, such as the translation of growth of the economy into the growth of standards of living and a very high median income of $60.40 per person per day. This can also be attributed to the rising amount of effort to close the gender gap in jobs and to reduce carbon emissions. It also has a very encouraging plan for families. The governments of both Norway and Oslo have done much to protect the environment, which will influence anyone's stay there. For example, Friends of the Earth Norway is a society concerned with the conservation of the environment and ensuring that the activities of human life do not hinder Earth's ability to remain biologically diverse, healthy, and stable. It does not only focus on national environmental concerns, though that was the original intent. It also has contributed to international and, at times, even global environmental activities. Its main administrative office is in Oslo. Oslo also has an incredible number of parks and other recreational areas for people to enjoy nature, including the Vigeland installation, which holds the sculptures of Gustav Vigeland, Slottsparken, which is the royal park, and the Botanisk Hage Gardens, which are all around the University Museum. As the capital of Norway, Oslo has a very present government. Norway's government is a parliamentary representative democratic constitutional monarchy. In central Oslo, there is a group of government buildings. It was bombed by a terrorist attack on July 22, 2011, and it has since been decided that the buildings need to be rebuilt to meet proper security, environmental, and space regulations. The building will begin in 2021. The Storting, which are the Parliament of Norway, meet in Oslo. It has 169 members, all of which are elected every 4 years. It is mostly used to pass, amend, or repeal legislation, consider finances, supervise other administrative forces, and legalize various plans and guidelines for activities both inside the country and in relation to the country's interactions with other countries. When traveling, it is always important to consider safety. Luckily, Oslo is generally considered a very safe city. While caution must be taken, many sources report that it is safe to walk around alone at night. There have, however, been a few scattered instances of pickpocketing, especially in very tourist-friendly areas, so it is encouraged to keep an extra eye on your wallet, but even these are very rare. Overall, Norway is considered a very safe country, and Oslo, as the capital, is equally safe and relatively crime-free. Precautions must always be taken in large cities, but Oslo has some of the fewest necessary precautions of any city. One final point to touch on is the transportation of Oslo. Firstly, the conditions of the roads vary greatly with the time of year, temperature, and weather. Sometimes natural disasters such as floods, extreme weather, and landslides can hinder people's ability to travel in a car or bus. Generally, the best way to get around Oslo is by using the tram or bus systems. It is both clean and efficient, but it isn't necessarily cheap, costing from $3.90 for a single trip ticket valid for 60 minutes to $81.21 for a 30-day pass. Oslo is also considered a very walkable city, with many of its main attractions located on or just off its main road. There are also options to rent bikes and electric scooters as green ways of getting around. Thank you very much for considering Oslo for your next vacation. Just know that you are not alone. We all feel that call to Norwegian adventure.